Mary Stevens, Mimic, spare parts, spare parts. I'm interested in you. Emails. Get your shit together. Hey, I don't know what problems you got going on, and honestly, I don't care. Just get your work done on time because you're holding me back. Annie, I lied to you the other day when you asked if I was okay. I'm not. Something wrong with me. I don't know what it is. I don't eat. I'm tired all the time. I feel like shit. The only thing I want to do is sleep. And even then, all I get are nightmares. Once see Dr. Savara, but she said there is nothing physically wrong with me. Once sent me Dr. Cole, but I said no. No, Frank would just give me shit if he found out I was talking to a shrink. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're always nice to me, I guess.
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Maybe I just wanted someone to remember me after... and LILOJ/I semicolon well, full stops, KKs, comma M. Kind of just face planted the keyboard. Here's Stevens. Scott Parker. Have I or have I not shot at Scott Parker? I feel I have. No, this is another charge there. Okay, what the fuck is a reployer? There's nothing you can do anything with.
Warning, oxygen levels critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
I read that. Yeah. Ah. Don't know how we can drink from a water fountain, all things considered. Ow. Wait. There's no oxygen. How do you exist? Maybe there is some, but it's less than necessary. Regardless, open flame on the space station, not a good idea.
Warning, oxygen levels critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
Whoever keeps making duplicate items, stop. Fabricators not a toy, materials are not unlimited. Tim. Okay, I need some more... Okay, that's all my metal. I could probably get a bit more if I could scrap stuff, but I can't at the moment. Okay, I can't open this from this side. Seriously? Ugh. Okay. Emanuela, I'm not mad about the HR thing, in case you're wondering. Word of advice, if things ever go to hell, here, you'll want to come to the shuttle bay. Escape pod, E to the tree, that's what I'm saying. Trust me on this. Hey,
Warning, oxygen levels critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
Hey, I switched up my shift hours today so I could have lunch with you. What do you say? Sorry, busy. How about today? I don't want to be called Emmy, or Manny, or anything else besides Manuela. That is a long name. Am I even saying it right? I feel like I'm getting the wrong twang to it. I'm sorry, I'm working lunch shift today, so I can't eat with you. I need you to hold any work on the escape pods. Parts you're using aren't rated for those systems. You'll be informed of a new shipment when they arrive. Keep this to yourself unless I tell you otherwise. Haha. Shutting down. He's stopping production or maintenance of the escape pods. Ominous. To be honest, in large degree, you kind of don't want escape pods working. In this kind of situation, you kind of need to completely deal with things, or shit's gonna go poorly. If it's a menace like, in Alien, escape pods may or may not work. It's much less likely to work here, given any given object you have could be a monster. They tend to be too jittery, really, to lie dormant for too long, but that's probably just more of a gameplay thing than anything else. Someone's been gunning around. Oh, I finally got up here. Tom Buzz Cooper. Shut down the grav shafts to keep them from spreading. Utility on my computer. A tooling room, lower level. Scott. Doesn't really work too well, let's be honest here.
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Part of me feels like the shutting down the grav shafts would just more impact the humans than the aliens. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, I feel it would impact the human side more. I'm just... Huh? The fire range is bigger than I thought. Okay, this is something we can open.
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Actually, speaking of... I was saying wrong names. I have 5 names. Actually, what was it? Yeah, it's 5. When we learned about the 5th one in, like, later years, it was basically a mistake on the birth cert. Mum was busy doing a lot of legal stuff for my nan. And so out of force of habit, she started writing down my nan's married name. But then I was like, oh no, that's wrong. But the woman at the thing insisted, nay, demanded, that she leave it on the form. She did not allow Mum to change it or even cross it out. So I have an additional, like a double-barrel surname going on. Not that I acknowledge it on anything. Actually, speaking of names, when I was a kid, I added an additional L to my first name. For those who don't know, my first name is Philip. I was born Philip with 1 L, but I think on some level, not that I ever really taught it true, to differentiate myself from the other phobe in the class who I didn't get along with.
Malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Finally, I added an additional L to my name. Kept with it ever since. I remember leaving Nan's house one day to go to primary school, senior infants, and I just made that decision, stuck with it forevermore. Just, it's on everything now. Need to legally change it to the double L, but yeah, it's probably not as expensive as I think it would be. Mum was saying it was, to officially legally change your name would be very steep too, but it's not actually as bad as she thought from how little I looked into it. Annie, I know you'll never read this. I ran out of my office when I heard you screaming, but there were too many of them between me and you. It was nice to me. You didn't deserve to die like that. Now they're in my office, and I'm stranded out here in this cage. Can't help myself, much less you or even Mia. When I try, I still screw things up. I'm sorry. Scott. To be honest, this is kind of above his pay grade, you know? He's just engineer guy, and not even protagonist engineer guy, So you can't really fault him too much. If it was as a clerk, yeah, he'll be fine. But he's not as a clerk.
Air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Only 2 more airlocks. For a horror game, you really are able to play rather fast and loose with it. I can't see any benefit to actually even going over there, so let's not. Normally where there's radioactive shit, there's stuff you want. To one degree or another. But given that I can't, just detonate it and be done with it or what have you, I'm just gonna move the fuck on. I'm really after getting lazy with looting because of the,
Warning.
vision in Dead Space.
Critical.
Not Dead Space.
Please seek a breathing apparatus.
Christ, she's loud. Dead thing in Mankind Divided. There. Should have checked the footage from last time and time before that, but I still didn't. Didn't think of it. Alright. Frank Jones. Wait, was there utility on this computer over here? Mary. Ah yes. Warning, please ensure there's no one in the graft shafts.
Warning. Oxygen levels critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
Greater Mimic. Surprise, motherfucker. Ah.
Specimens required.
Sometimes there's a red line of it being attacked, but it's actually the guy in front of you and not As though you'd think, behind you. Thermal shielding, great grants resistance to fire. Sure. Those chipsets haven't been too interesting as of yet. It's just, you know, speeds up thing, you know, does other thing. Gives resistance. Can't hacker stuff, don't know the codes. None here.
Warning, air supply system malfunction. Please evacuate until repairs can be made by an engineer or an operator.
Actually, I just thought of something disturbing. Imagine finding a neural. Ooh, here we found our way back. Imagine finding a neural mod and it being a mimic, but it doesn't decide to become a mimic till you've already jabbed that shit into your eye. No, wait, that's just the previous area. Now you just got a full-grown mimic in your skull. Wait, what? Depending on where you're standing, it says kobold or pyramid.
Warning,
The
oxygen
fuck?
levels critical. Please seek a breathing apparatus immediately.
This makes no sense. Damn it. Pain. Oh, I've got 8 more shots. Oh, it's engineering.
Requesting new operator.
It's kind of ordered it without thinking.
Transtar Cobalt 410 Engineering Class
Still out of shit.
Operator ready to deploy.
This
Please
game's...
stand clear of aperture.
Fuck off. It still sounds... This game is next to impossible to actually audio test. Flight log, Scott Parker. Prepared by Scott Parker. Flight engineer to House 1. Departure point, Transtar facility. Destination to House 1. Captain Tom Cooper. Our liftoff was at 0900. Conditions nominal. Pre-check certified. For executive passengers. Meal cargo. Flight was uneventful till 11:33 when radar detected an unidentified shuttle approximately 30 degrees off our flight path at 9,000 kilometers. Its drift and rotation indicated malfunctioning maneuvering thrusters. There was no answers to radio calls. Captain Cooper ordered a course adjustment to bring us alongside. So we maneuvered to within 60 kilometers. The second shuttle appeared on radar in vicinity of drifting vessel. Transponders identified it as a military vessel. Received radio message to resume our original heading immediately. Captain Cooper asked if systems required, and the order from the military shuttle was repeated. All highly unusual, but then it got really strange. Captain spotted it first. The facility out there. I was running absolutely dark, no lights. Radar transparent. We were too far to see any details, but it was big. Cooper snapped into action, punched in a course of Taos and fired the engines, but did as quickly as possible. Passengers were close to the entire encounter. Arrival Taos went by smoothly, and the passengers and cargo were delivered safely. So, Extend jetway. Foremost systems checklist for shuttles cleared for departure. Interesting musical cue. I just brought out a bridge. Makes more sense if there was like some thematic build-up, like we're about to escape or something, but no, I just wanted to see a bridge extend.